Back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Very disappointed Browns fan here. Very excited Guardians fan, Ohio State fan as well. My only call out is for the Browns offense is that we need a complete and total overhaul, be it Watson, be it Stefanski, be it play calling. We are taking baby steps in the right direction for the defense. It's starting to come back around. You're even seeing some bright spots with the offensive line, even though there's still a lot of undue and due pressure on Watson as far as how long he holds the ball and as far as the defense is holding. The offense overall just looks bad and discombobulated. There's no rhythm. They're not doing anything to fix it. And I'm an advocate of the fact that if you look at history repeating itself, Baker had a lot of these same issues, and I'm starting to wonder if it's Baker, if it's Deshaun, or if maybe the common factor between the two of them is the coaching, which is Kevin Stefanski. Maybe it's time to take that play calling away from him. Have a good day. Appreciate you guys as always. Go Guards. Go Cleveland. Let's turn this ship around.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Scott, the one thing I would say is they're trying to run different offenses between Baker and Deshaun. I mean, what do you do if you're in those rooms, in those meeting rooms? What are you saying? I don't even. I'm completely at a loss because there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's got to be tough, and I'm sure they point out all the mistakes and then go to work trying to fix them. But it's hard when I know plenty of those mistakes are your quarterback not seeing it. So, we've all seen the examples of guys running open, so you can point that out. But if you're the guy not getting the ball thrown to, or you're the lineman blocking his butt off, and then you go, well, our quarterback's not seeing this guy. Or when he sees him, he bounces a throw, or he throws it out of bounds, or whatever. It makes it really difficult. To talk to the caller, I don't think the Baker and Watson situations are the same. I've seen Baker clips this year, right? I've watched games and seen highlights, and I always felt like Baker kind of knew where to go with the ball. There were issues with Baker, and it didn't always work, and he and Stefanski had some issues between themselves. But I felt like he was smart and knew where to go with the ball a lot of the time. And I'm just not seeing the same thing out of Watson. And my final point is, people forget, and I get it, prisoner of the moment. I get 1 in 5 is bad, and people want things to change. This is the same coach that called the plays last year when Joe Flacco threw for 300 yards a game. So it's not all about the play caller. I don't think Kevin Stefanski's gotten stupider from last year to this year. I think it's other factors involved.
Yeah, I would agree. But again, I mean, if you're going to keep Ken Dorsey around, let him call. You got to, and I'm not saying that Kevin Stefanski can't call plays. The dynamic that you have, it's been a disaster. Change the dynamic and see if the results change.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same line of thinking as go with Jameis Winston, just to see if something can change. And it's probably more feasible to make the play caller change. And while I don't think I'm not sure it would work or not, I'm fine with trying that. If the Browns wanted to try that, it might not work, but I understand the thinking, just like I would understand the thinking going to Jameis Winston. So, it doesn't feel as outlandish to me as it did before the season when I thought Stefanski should keep the play calling duty.